Hello everybody, it's I, Waluigi Big Mac, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, well, we got a bit more information that could potentially help us in this case. I mean, we found a parrot, that's pretty cool. Quarter zone, sorry, quarters, fuck, it's late at night, I forgot what voice I do for the judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No. Oh, no. The judge is intimidated. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! You must question everything. It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Yep. Boat shop man. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gordon Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep. Sorry, skip through that. I'm really bad at mashing left mouse button. Please testify. Wait a second. We haven't heard who this whole guy is. Should we raise an objection? We're just gonna let it slide. Second thought, I guess it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter? What are you thinking, Nick? What if that old man had something to do with the 06 incident? If we don't find out who he is, we won't be able to build a case here. She has a point. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't even stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure yet. What? God, I'm getting my voice jumbled up. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, as you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? Yeah, sorry if I'm jumbling up the judge's, voice, because it's been like a few weeks since I last recorded, and I'm too busy doing Von Karma's voice, which is very like rough and gruff, and then this guy here, who I'm going with a very shitty Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes, Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Roar! Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Judge. Okay, so nothing unusual there. Nothing unusual there. Should I really press on this? Because we know the two bangs were, Actually, here's the thing. He was vague about this. By your window? Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Oh my god, I can't do the judge. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I am loving the judge's voice acting right now. Or maybe a simple one will help. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. That is cool. Interesting. Let's try pressing on him again. Are you sure? Uh-oh. The dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Up he collapsed. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. He lured me to a cross-examination so he could set me up for a fall. Tusk. Nick, I don't like the things where you're going here. Everyone in the courtroom's glaring at us. I'd better act quick. We're raising an objection. Your Honor, we've proven in yesterday's trial that it could have not been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you sure are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing it with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explained. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. Well, the judge's laws, we raise another objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Just shut up, Karma. 3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. Fuck off! The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! Who was that just now? What? Huh? What? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me up. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it till just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyhow, I just can't sit here and let you call AG a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you already given your decision. The trial's over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. You're right. Okay. Yep. Sorry. I accidentally kept skipping dialogue. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? This court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. December 27th, Whew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth, you're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When you found it in the leg, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. Picked it up without thinking. Didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right, yeah. This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of false, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. You know, folks, Larry isn't that bad. Court is now in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. One Carmen didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edward is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something. I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. That's just when I was thinking about going home. I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may be getting your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Okay, there's one bang. There's that. So, yeah, I think, wait a minute, there's two. Oops, shit, didn't mean to press. So I only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, that's a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Hold on. Dude. I meant to hit tab. But what do we even have? Wait a minute. Two. He only said one. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang. You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you even paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please, huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butz, what? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, I have to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How can you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. Or what? I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? Larry, god damn it. Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butz, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Let's see. Well, we might as well continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well. Mr. Butz, please give your testimony. Be sure to include the details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wondered if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it, real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying, too, when I heard it. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Let's see. Well, he is vague. He was vague about this. We should press him further. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Farncomber has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshots. Wait a minute. Lake photo. Just a second lake photo. The lake photo. Boom! 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 Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you just hear what the witness said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. December 25th? The 12th? Well, it's a military time, but translating it to common time, it's 12:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he's heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butz's claim before he heard at midnight? No, I'm pretty sure Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Well, that would be the second lake photo. Which was shot, 11:50. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, but there's nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is the fact that the camera was also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera? Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court your evidence. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, fired 3 times. Hold on. Hold on here. If that's fired 3 times. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I've realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! That wouldn't make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering what did happen on the lake that night. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, you ask? Why, I ask you? Why? Oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What did you mean? Maya, yes. If you don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I have a hunch. I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Just... So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Farm Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, was on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It could have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have a photographer evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo said, oh wait, this is the judge. Shit. The timestamp on the photo says 12:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer, probably. The murderer Hammond. Actually, yeah, Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name is... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time! I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? Might suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat. What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Where did it really take place? Well, I say the boat shop, probably. Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. The way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, as he started to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gord Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edward and went out into the middle of the lake. Then he fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes, why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Just tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the gunshot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires his gun again. The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat has shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic hammer, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that everything else falls into place, boat shop caretakers went back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, then threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gord Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness once more. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Ooh. Oh boy, this is a long one, folks. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, exactly. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he has something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? That's what I do. Let's find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Whoo-wee! Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got him from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with this testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down on the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile. Just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this all about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. And that's where we leave off, folks. And with that, we save. Whoo-wee! Well, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you guys enjoyed the content I do, please consider subscribing, as I'll really appreciate it. Be sure to comment and like the video to help this content get pushed in the algorithm. And once again, be sure to subscribe to so the channel can grow. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we're going to be doing something more investigating. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.